Yeah, we're ready.
So ready.
Welcome back to the Barn Session. I'm Sammy Coakley, and Ryan and Reese Coakley are here too. Hello.
Coop will join us here pretty soon.
Coop will join us. He's also a Coakley.
He's eating. Well, so is Lennon. Lennon joins us now. She's waiting for her bottle to cool off, and then Coop is finishing his dinner. He's going to come join us this episode.
Lennon, not a fan of a hot bottle. Okay, you guys want to just jump right into it? What do you think?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah, I just want to. I'll put this out there right now. Not really interested in talking about Kyle Snyder. Feel like everything that's been, that people need to say has been said. So there's that. And let's get on to the actual wrestling. The U.S. Open already happened, and now we're moving on to the World Team Trials. And
Lennon's
I kind of want to start
that we're not talking about the biggest thing to happen to wrestling in a long time.
Well, I don't like that the biggest thing to happen in wrestling in a long time is.
What does it mean
Just
that
kidding.
he's facing a temporary suspension by Safe Sport?
It is in. They are like pending the investigation,
Yeah.
so they're getting more of the details surrounding the actual situation, and probably going to see.
He's gonna be fine. Safe
What would
Sport
that
really
mean if
only
they
cares if
suspended him?
you're sexually abusing children. That's all Safe Sport really cares about.
What can Safe Sport do? Prevent you from competing?
Yep.
Yes.
If you're in violation of Safe Sport, then you will be suspended.
Yes.
From USA Wrestling. So, but I'm guessing they're going to dig through as much as they can within the next month, and then they'll make their decision. He will probably be fine.
All right, everyone, say goodbye to Lennon.
Bye, Lennon.
Bye,
Enjoy
Lennon.
your bottle. Bye-bye. Hi, Carly.
Hi, Carly.
Bye, Carly. Okay, Reese. 125 kilos.
Why are you starting?
We're starting from the top because the bottom is where it's the most interesting.
Okay.
Is that fair?
I like it.
You like that idea? I'm going to go split screen here. Okay. 125, the seeds are out, and I'll read them in order. Demetrius Thomas, Trent Hilger, Jordan Wood, Christian Lance, Lucas Stoddard. Don't even have Hayden Zilmer anymore because he dropped down to 97 kilos. So it's probably a...
Hayden Zilmer dropped down to 97?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's big news.
Did you say why?
Yeah.
Pending investigation, right? Plus, he took.
So he does not think he can make the team at heavyweight anymore when he's already done it once?
I'm guessing the performance that he had at the U.S. Open was discouraging. It's my guess, right? He took third, didn't he?
He got beat by Demetrius Thomas. It's not a terrible loss. Like, the dude's kind of been figuring it out slowly here and there. I don't know. I just think he's maybe I don't know. But I also know that he walks around at 235, I think is what they said.
Yeah, I don't think 97 is a crazy drop for him.
No. I mean, he's going to have to maybe not eat quite as, not put in as many calories as he's used to, but that's nothing.
Yeah. So I think it's a good choice in my mind for him. Because I really don't think anybody's beating Wyatt Hendrickson. But out of this group, I'd see Jordan Wood and Demetrius Thomas being the top two guys. Whoever wins that match moves on.
Who else is there?
Trent Hilger, Christian Lance, Lucas Stoddard.
Give me Wyatt Hendrickson versus Christian Lance, baby.
A rematch. Wasn't that a match back in Blood Round 2021 or 2022?
Did Christian beat Wyatt?
No, I think I'm thinking of Luis Hernandez.
Yeah, Christian beat Wyatt.
Yeah. But was it in the Blood Round?
No, it was round of 16, I think.
Okay.
I might be wrong.
Give me a second. I'll figure it out.
You got it.
I'm quick with the fingers. But yeah, I mean, I don't see any of these guys really throwing their hat in the ring, throwing their name in the hat.
Their hat is already in the ring.
Their hat, yeah, but in a way that is really competitive with Wyatt. Yes, he did beat Wyatt Hendrickson at the 2022 NCAAs, but I think it was the round of 16. I think you're right, Ryan. Because I'm pretty sure he beat Luis Fernandez in the blood round in sudden victory. Okay. Yeah,
preventing
that's 125.
Cornell further.
I just remember him winning Christian Lance and winning him, and then
yeah, that was really cool. Really cool moment. Tough for Cornell. They still don't have a heavyweight All-American, but people talk about
all time.
People talk about they had one like way back in the day, like 50s or 60s, I think.
1850s.
I don't think that
NCAA
far
didn't
back.
even exist then.
Pre-slavery.
Okay, sure. But
I guess
people talk about
not really pre-slavery, pre-Emancipation Proclamation.
Yes, pre all of that.
Well,
People
talk
about Penn State.
Slavery's been around forever.
People talk about Penn State having like a drought at 125 or having an issue there. Cornell, far and away, has has one of the most long stretched issues with a singular weight class, and it's a heavyweight. They've never had an All-American there ever.
Never.
It's crazy for a team that has finished in the top two, like 3 times in the last 15 years, right?
Obviously, they have some kind of discriminatory issue. They discriminate towards heavyweights.
Yeah. Those
they don't
big
coach
guys,
their heavyweights up.
No,
it's a coaching issue.
Don't. Definitely a coaching issue. You're right on that one, Reese.
That's why Gwiz left. He's like, I see how it is here.
You know, dude, it's crazy.
On the podcast?
It's crazy how you're hitting the nail on the head with every single take here.
Yeah,
I'm trying to figure out like their best heavyweight recruit that they've had since I've been paying attention.
It's either Luis Fernandez or Brendan Furman.
What was that again?
Luis Fernandez. Man, you guys are children. Grow up.
Luis Fernandez or who?
Or Brendan Furman. Brendan Furman was Super 32 champ, and Luis Fernandez was a blood rounder for them. Wow.
Sammy, have your balls dropped yet?
No. Isn't that crazy? I'm going to be 8 feet tall. I'm going to be 8 feet tall and nothing but hair.
Nothing but hair.
Just because you guys always talk about
how... butt hair?
Yep. I want to move on to 97 kilos.
Big hairy monster.
Oh, we're going to reverse?
Kilos. Yeah, because I want to go from like generally least interesting to most interesting.
Well, I'm most interested in Wyatt Hendrickson, so.
He's not in this tournament, so.
No, true. Good point.
Yep. Checkmate, bitch. 97 kilos, starting from the top. Hayden Zilmer, Jonathan Aiello, Justin Rademacher, Eric Schultz, Gavin Hoffman, Christian Knopp.
We're doing predictions?
Laird.
Yeah.
Roughly, sure.
Christian Lance to make the final X. That's what I predict.
Give me Wood.
Jordan Wood.
Hell yeah.
Lames.
Is that what you did too, Sammy?
Yeah.
You're lames.
I know, that's rude of me to not pick Christian Lance.
No love for the Fort Hayes guy. I get it.
Give me Christian Lance.
Did he place for Fort Hayes?
Nah, he went. He was blood round. He was one match out, and then he left.
Yes, he did leave.
Well, he didn't leave. Well, all right. So, and then he came back. He tried to leave. Chaz wouldn't release him. He came back, blew his ACL first term of the year, second term of the year, something like that. So he got that year back and then transferred to. Man, he was gonna go to NDSU. Roger Kish was all over him.
Kish, yeah.
And after he tore his ACL, Kish stopped talking to him or whatever. And he had built a relationship with Dom Bradley, who was at Nebraska at the time, so he went to Nebraska with Dom.
Dom Bradley was at Nebraska?
Yep. Training, right? When he trained there?
Yeah.
Weird.
Super weird.
So,
all right.
Well, Dom competed well into his 40s. So,
well into his 40s.
He's not that years old. Sorry, Dom. I know you're not that old. You're barely older than me. I just wanted to say that.
Dom Bradley, 88 years, still wrestling.
Dom Bradley, 100 years. But yeah.
97 kilos. So this weight's a lot more interesting with the addition of Justin Rademacher and Hayden Zilmer. I don't know what to pick here because I don't know if Zilmer is going to look worse at this lower weight or if he's going to be just too strong and too powerful for all these guys. I think anybody outside the top three, between Rademacher, Aiello, and Zilmer, that's who you're going to get out of this. But I don't know who.
I'm going to take Zilmer. He was rusty, He was rusty at the Open, and now he's probably got that rust knocked off. He's ready to go. He's ready to kick some butt. Drive a big truck.
Rusties. He took some rusties.
Rust D's.
Nope.
Oh, jeez.
Nope. Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez.
Oh. Give me Justin Rademacher. He just beat
Justin
Arturo.
Rademacher?
Yeah, he just beat the Cuban, who's pretty tough.
Who?
Arturo Silo Torres, I believe is his name.
Never heard of him, dude.
He's pretty good.
Cuba's washed up.
All right. Yeah, he's an Olympian.
Are they not washed? They're washed.
They're definitely not what they used to be. They used to be a world level powerhouse, and they're just like shmee here and there,
Yeah.
They've got the greatest wrestler of all time, but
outside of
that, probably not. Rinsed thoroughly during prep. But yeah, give me Rademacher.
That's crazy.
He's an age level world medalist. But there's nothing crazy about that.
He's just a little boy.
Just a little boy, and I mean it's an uphill battle definitely against Hayden Zilmer, against Aiello.
Yeah. Those are two men.
I'm a little sad that we're not seeing Trumbull. He would have been cool to see at this weight.
Trumbly Bumbly, where's he at?
I'm guessing just sticking to trying to win an NCAA
well, he was
title.
hurt, wasn't he? At the NCAA, he was hurt in the postseason.
Yeah, his knee. He was limping off the mat against Henderson. That's right.
Wasn't he hurt pretty much all year?
I don't know, but he forfeited it. He wrestled at ACCs and then I don't know if he forfeited or what. I think he forfeited at ACCs.
He had a something like that, right?
Well, he got pinned, didn't he?
Oh man,
he beat him at ACCs. Someone beat him.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, he lost to ACCs and then forfeited out. I think maybe not.
Yeah, he went 0-3. Yeah. So he lost 4-1 to Dayton Pitzer, and then wrestled 2 seconds of his next match against Neves, and then medically forfeited to Connor Barkett. Needed a bid to get in, then what? He took like 5th or 6th? No, 5th?
Yeah, 4th or 3rd?
4th?
2nd?
4th. It would have been. It was either 4th or 5th.
What place?
Because Schultz, he took 4th. He took 4th place. Schultz took 3rd. 5th place was Ben Keeter. 6th was Kirk.
Makes sense. Treffin
was 5th.
Keeter was
7th. I don't remember. Either way, yeah, 97 kilos. Give me Rademacher. Ryan, who you got?
I also got Rademacher.
Yeah,
Whoa.
you.
That's crazy.
Are you gonna win? Are you gonna get a victory royale right now?
I'm trying. But I wanted to pick Rademacher the moment I saw him enter. Just so you guys know.
Make me sick.
Why? You two make me sick.
Can't do one thing.
I like doing both. One thing. It actually helps me concentrate and think better when my brain's distracted with other shit.
That constant stimulation.
Scientifically, I don't think that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
All right.
Freaking science, bitch.
It does. Try again, Jamie.
Okay. Reese, you want to move on?
Yeah.
I would like to move on as well. Can we go down to the next weight class, 92 kilograms?
92 kilograms, 1 seed, Josh Barr, Aiden Sinclair, Mike Machiavello, Dustin Plott, Patrick Brophy. Did he not enter in on time? Jacob Cardenas is also in this weight.
But is he not?
So he's entered 100%.
Sinclair, Cardenas, and Barr. Those are the guys.
Yeah, I mean, maybe Plot and Machiavello can.
Oh yeah, Machiavelli. Yeah, throw him in there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Plot's a little small.
I don't know,
but,
man. According to Cowboy Has Danny, Machiavello, he might be getting past his prime.
Yeah, he might be.
Way past his prime.
He's so old, like me.
His prime was like when he beat Colin Moore, and then there's nothing after that. So, scientifically speaking,
Scientific.
right? Yeah. I'm gonna do a little bit of a bias for this one. Give me Jacob Cardenas, 3-time U23 world medalist. So there's history to back it up.
Aiden Sinclair. 2 second places. He wants it. He's hungry, very hungry.
Dude, so he was runner-up at U20s last year. Runner-up at the U.S. Open in 2 age divisions this year.
Yeah, he was ready. He's ready for the gold.
I mean, he's gonna win the World Team Trials and then beat Trent Hidley?
Probably not.
No,
but he will win the trials.
Okay.
He will win 4th place.
I'm picking what?
Semi-pro. Come on.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
I knew where you were going.
Yep.
Come on, Sammy, you JT.
You're a freaking JT.
Did you just call me a JT?
Nobody called anybody a JT. All right.
Called you a cocksucker.
That's honestly probably Will Arnett's best scene of all time. Name a better Will Arnett scene. I dare you.
I need to watch that movie, dude. I have been
in a movie actually because he's got plenty of great scenes in Arrested Development.
I have been on a Breaking Bad binge over the last 3 weeks. I have 1 episode left.
Nice. 1 episode left?
The best episode. You have the best episode left.
Sweet. Looking forward to it.
God bless. Oh, they're coughs. Never mind. I rescind. Rescind my blessing.
All right. So I got Cardenas. Reese has Sinclair. Ryan has Sinclair.
No, I didn't pick.
Oh, who you got?
I'm picking Barr.
Picking Barr?
Picking Barr.
What a surprise. Surprise.
Yeah, I was a Barr guy during the season too.
That's why I'm
Bible quoting, Penn State loving Billy.
Yeah, you and Flo, dude. Just love Josh Barr.
I do love me some Josh Barr. I'm not gonna lie.
And therefore all of Penn State.
Yeah.
Am I?
Bet you collect Pokemon cards too, don't you?
Big Sandusky guy.
Whoa. Pause. Stop there.
That's where we draw the line. I like Penn State whenever they had Nick Sirianno. Those were the days.
Yeah. That was pretty crazy when you think about it in hindsight.
In hindsight, for sure. It doesn't match at all. Okay, 86 kilos. Kyle Dake, Chance Marsteller, Carter Starachi, Parker Keckheisen, and Marcus Coleman. That's a nice weight right there. That's compact. Like the 2 seed. That is short but strong.
Short but strong.
Yep.
All right. So I'm just gonna go ahead and lay out. This is what I think is gonna happen. I think Kyle Lake's gonna walk to the finals, where he'll wrestle Carter
Chance Marsteller.
He's got Kata. It's gonna be him and Kata.
I want him to wrestle Carter.
Oh, I want him to wrestle Carter too. I just don't think we're gonna get it, guys.
You know what's gonna suck about
we only get one or the other. Freaking Parker couldn't. What did he lose to Chance?
He did lose to Chance. Yeah. Yes.
How could you do that, Parker?
Here's the thing. I don't know if Dake's necessarily going to walk. I think Keckeisen's still a tough match. Like he'll push it. He won't. Dake won't lose that match. That'd be. He
crazy. Already wrestled him.
I know, but wasn't it like 4-1 or something like that?
He pushed him out a bunch of times, like no problem. Got 2-on-1 and then pushed him out like 4 times.
Okay. I don't know. I could see Keckheisen giving him fits in one way or another, but he's still going to win that match.
I'm not marching him all over the mat.
I'm not super confident picking one way or the other with Marsteller and Starachi. Starachi's obviously gotten a lot better, but I mean, Marsteller seemingly has improved as well. So it's kind of like a, when you when you think about the match tactics that both of them typically employ, Strachey's great at his reattacks, but Marsteller is very particular about the offensive opportunities that he capitalizes on. So it's a pretty great matchup. The thing that I don't like the idea of is actually watching a Strachey Kyle Dake match. I don't think that that's entertaining.
Why? Because they practice together and they both are very low scoring human beings.
Correct.
It'll be interesting to see who controls the center, though. Who controls them?
Probably going to be Strachey, if I had to guess, honestly.
Dude, I don't know though, because Dake was he was really controlling Parker.
Yeah, but Carter does. I mean, at least it's against college guys, and it's folk style. It's a little bit different, but he does a great job of taking control of the space on a mat. So yeah, it's going to be kind of a clash in that facet. But yeah, I think a Marsteller Dake match would be great. As a matter of fact, haven't they wrestled before?
Probably.
Didn't they wrestle like way back in the day and it was like a close match?
Marsteller Dake?
Right?
At 79 kilos they wrestled, right?
I thought it was 74.
Oh, it could have been either or.
I have no idea.
I might be way off the mark though. No, I'm thinking of Daringer Dake. I'm thinking of Daringer Dake back in like the 2017 US Open.
Whoa.
Or something like that.
Yeah, they wrestled a very close match in 2017.
What'd you say, Ryan?
Did 79 exist in 2017?
No.
They were wrestled 74.
Yes.
Dakin, I'm thinking of when they wrestled when Yanni and Zane wrestled and Dakin Daringer wrestled. That's what I'm thinking. When they were both 1 and 2 in the world.
Yes.
That was at 79.
Was high school?
That was 79. That was in 2019.
Okay.
Yes, because
Timmy rooted against Alex.
Oh my God, guys!
You did.
Give me a break. Give me a break.
I don't remember the last time Kyle Dake was at your house. I do remember when Alex Daringer was.
I actually do remember the last time Kyle Dake was at my house. It was to play Super Smash Bros.
No. That wasn't your house.
Yeah, that was not your house.
That's where I lived. That's where I lived.
Yeah, that's where you lived. That's where you lived. That wasn't your house.
No, you're what you're trying to differentiate is between house and home. That was my house.
No, it wasn't your house.
No. That was my house.
Your name was not on the
lease. The lease?
Not the lease.
My name wasn't on the deed of the house in Kansas either.
Your last name was? Checkmate, bitch.
You got me there. No, I mean, I was in the same room.
I don't remember Kyle Dake getting pissed because he lost shuffleboard
to my brother.
But I do remember Alex Daringer getting pissed because he lost shuffleboard.
Yeah, the crazy thing is they both actually behave exactly the same way when it comes to playing stuff like that.
Yeah, they're uber competitors, dude.
Like it's ridiculous. But yeah, man. Look.
With that said,
I got Dake to win this weight. Yeah. That's it.
I'll probably pick Kyle Dake too.
What are my other options?
Here he goes. Chance Marsteller, Carter Strachey, Parker Keckeisen, or Marcus Coleman.
Yeah, give me Marcus Coleman.
Shut up. Come on.
I'll take Kyle Dake.
All right, that's 3 Dakes.
I just remember that one time Marcus Coleman was down big and he came back and beat this kid in high school. I can't remember who it was. Who was it?
No, I don't know.
Reese,
I do remember this one time.
Will you refresh my memory?
I do remember this one time where Marcus Coleman beat Aaron Brooks, and that was cool too.
What's his name?
I think that was his name. Sammy Cockley. I think
you guys suck.
Blew it.
You suck. I didn't blow it, dude. It was not meant to be.
Not meant to be. Wow. Yeah. Even now, that's you just totally exposed yourself and your mindset during that match. Before the match, it wasn't meant to be.
No, I think I'm coping, but whatever way you want to look at it, that's your opinion.
You've already said it. You've already outright said that you didn't think you could win that match.
Listen, I wasn't there. Okay, so it doesn't really matter.
You judge
what I say,
and yet you judge. You know what, Ryan? Read the Bible.
but I did see video, and Reese, was there, and yeah, you blew it, dude. You got greedy.
Why not go for more when you can? I'm moving on to 79 kilos. At the 1 seed, starting from the 1 seed, Levi Haynes, Dean Hamady, Simon Ruiz, Carson Harchla, Muhammad McBride, Kennedy Monday, and then Ethan Riddle.
If you pick Levi Haynes, Ryan,
I'm picking DJ.
you might. Okay. That's more like it.
I'm picking
You
DJ.
know who I think is a sneaky pick here?
If
Simon
you pick
Ruiz.
Levi, you know what? No, I might.
You might as well just move to Austin, Texas, and apply for a job at Flow Wrestling, dude. If you pick
Just
Levi,
show up at the front door.
they'll
Please.
They will take you right in.
Yep, they'll eat
Their
you up,
little
man.
fan club, their little Levi Haynes fan club.
Yep.
Maybe I'm trying to infiltrate Reese. Have you ever thought about that?
No, I never considered that.
What a weird desire.
Well, will you consider it now?
I don't think so.
Don't, Reese. Refuse the notion.
Who else? So DJ, Levi, Muhammad McBride, whoever you said.
Simon Ruiz,
Who else?
Carson Harchla, Kennedy
Carson
Monday.
Harchla.
I do kind of want to take Simon Ruiz, but I'm not going to.
I'm taking Simon. Give me the freshman, the Cornell
I'm taking
freshman.
Levi Haynes. Kidding.
I don't think he's like that spectacular in freestyle.
He's better in freestyle, is what they say.
Really?
I don't know.
Why though?
Why did they say that? He went out and lost to Facundo after winning a national title.
That's what.
That's right.
That's what Matthew Sarbo told me.
He got smoked by Mitchell Messenbrink. Then he got smoked by Alex Facundo.
I thought
both guys
first.
Also better at freestyle than they are folk style. Just saying.
Messenbrink, you say I mean, I guess.
Well, he beat David Carr in freestyle, but lost to him in folk style.
Year apart,
and that match was crazy. Both matches were crazy, frankly. You wrestle that. Yeah. You wrestle 5 folk style matches and 5 freestyle matches. You're going to get completely different results every time.
Probably. Yeah, Mitchell Messenbrink also thought that he was tied.
Thought he was tied.
So the difference between criteria and writing time.
So you might be right. He might be better at freestyle.
Maybe. Okay. Did we pick all of our picks?
DJ.
You want DJ?
DJ Hammond.
Ryan?
Go DJ.
That's my DJ.
That's my DJ.
Speaking of DJ Washington texted me at like 9 o'clock last night and said too easy with a screenshot of Gable Game. And it was a number that I didn't recognize because he has a new number.
DJ Washington?
He followed it up with DJ Washington, by the way. I said, okay, cool.
Wait, was
Did he get it on the first try?
Was the guest his name that day?
No, it was
that's what I was asking.
It was. I can't remember who it was.
I can't remember whose yesterday's was either.
I want to say it was. I have no idea. Gone with the wind. And just like that, we're gone from 79 kilos on our way down to 74, starting from the 1 seed. God. David Carr, Quincy Monday, Jarrett JQs, Michael Caliendo, Terrell Barraclaw, Peyton Hall, Joey Blaze. Honestly,
getting pinched.
Tough weight.
This is like an even weight, except for probably Carr. I think Carr is a couple of steps ahead of most of these people. I'm interested to see.
You don't think Caliendo's? I think he's. I'm
probably the most interesting one. That and like
based on what?
Joey Blaze.
Based on those matches he wrestled, those last 2 matches against Messenbrink, and how he just kind of annihilated everybody else he wrestled.
Just never seen him wrestle freestyle.
Yeah, so that'll be interesting because the last time he did, I think he took a loss to like some nobody in freestyle. But this was like 3 years ago or 4 years ago or something like that.
That was the last time he wrestled freestyle?
I think so.
I thought he
Where's
wrestled
Stephen
recently.
Buchanan at?
I'm just shocked that
Enjoying.
I'm shocked that Caliendo's even entered, honestly.
Also a little surprised. Let's see if I can find some
But I love
video.
It does kind of point to maybe, all right, he's keeping his weight down all summer. Is he trying to get down to 57?
Right. That is something that people suggested, like, hey, does this tell you that he's sticking at 65 or maybe he's going down to
Do it.
57?
Go for it.
I think it's
Rare
I think
time.
it's a non-indicator of it.
You're a skeptic.
What do you mean it's a non-indicator? It would be an
I
indicator.
don't think it indicates that he's particular about one way or the other.
It could indicate.
Yeah, but I so it could, sure. I just don't think it's like solid evidence one way or the other.
It's solid evidence.
I disagree.
What would be solid evidence towards the other direction would him wrestle 79. But the fact that he's willing to go down lower than his college weight class points towards him possibly going down to 57.
I don't think it's low enough.
Lower.
I don't think it's low enough.
You can't even admit that it's like at least evidence pointing towards him possibly going down 57. It is.
I guess if you had to like put it if you had like a chart and you said this is a fact, would you put it towards him? Would you say that this suggests that he's doing 65, or did you think that this suggests he's doing 57? I don't feel like it suggests that he's wrestling 57. I think it suggests that he's
never done it in the past, and now all of a sudden we're talking about maybe shifting people down so that we can fit all these guys in the lineup, and now it's like, oh, and now you got Mikey Caliendo, the only Hawkeye wrestling, and he's wrestling close to his normal weight, but actually lower than his normal like competitive weight.
Mm-hmm.
If we didn't know about this rumor, if there was no rumor about him going down, it wouldn't make me suddenly think that he was going down to 57.
Right. So I think it's not, it doesn't say, hey, he's going 57, but it doesn't say, hey, 57 is a shut door.
Right.
That's where it feels like it is in my mind. So I am interested to see a match with him and David Carr. But I think David Carr's selectiveness with his shots and how strong he is at finishing them, I think is pretty strongly in favor of him, on top of the freestyle savviness and what he can do on parterre. David Carr probably wins this match pretty easily.
Pretty easily,
I think.
Did Caliendo wrestle Carr last year in folk style?
Yes.
So he's still
Hawk duel.
Yep. Was it a tech or was it a major?
I think he majored him.
Yeah.
He's gotten a lot better. I will say, both guys have gotten a lot better. I'm still picking David Carr too. So ultimately,
yeah, I picked David Carr. I don't think anybody here beats him. But I'll tell you what,
I think no one here is paying you to think, Sammy.
I guess I am doing this for free. You're not wrong. What a diss.
All right, next one.
70 kilos. This is where things are starting to get juicy. Starting from the top, James Green, PJ Duke, Ian Parker, Will Luan, Bryce Andonian, Ridge Lovett, Antrell Taylor, Caleb Henson, Brayton Lee.
Why is this weight so loaded?
An inclusion of a lot of guys from NCAAs.
Do they know that? Like, yeah, you win, you get Yanni. Why is this weight class so loaded?
I guess because like you have the addition of from NCAAs is Ridge Lovett, Antrell Taylor, Caleb Henson, and then PJ Duke bumps up from U20s to seniors.
I think Yanni's a better option than Mitchell Messenbrink.
Yeah, like the only guy in here that would wrestle 74 kilos is Antrell Taylor.
65. Like who do we think could go? Ridge could maybe, but probably not.
Probably not. None of these guys. Ian Parker would be your most likely candidate for 65.
Who?
Ian Parker.
Yeah, Parker. Yeah, him being up at 70 is kind of crazy.
He took third at the U.S. Open. And
you know what's funny? Him and Gomez wrestled right at the Pan Am's at 70 kilograms, and they were teammates at 33 and 41 at Iowa State.
That's funny. Small world.
Funny stuff. James Green over Bryce Andonian.
That's doesn't make any sense.
I love it.
I'm going to take
Bryce Andonian. Somebody doesn't make weight, and he gets bumped up to
4 seed.
Somebody doesn't make. 2 people don't make weight, and he gets bumped up.
Give me PJ Duke.
Dude, I don't think so.
I don't think so. Well, again,
I'm not paid to think. Whatever. Shut your mouth.
Who'd you pick?
Here's what I want to do. He picked PJ.
Duke, yeah. The Duke love. Everybody loves PJ Duke.
People are
I'm hearing a lot of people talk about PJ
This
Duke.
is strictly off of gut.
Duke.
This is gut. Where's Pentelio at? Is he taking a break?
I think he might be done. I have no idea.
No, not done.
All my homies are retiring.
Dude, I think like Miles Amin is done, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think he retired.
Yeah. Alec Pantaleo, give me your Instagram. Tell me what the latest is, brother.
Why wouldn't he wrestle after? Why would you wrestle the U.S. Open and not wrestle Charles?
Maybe he got hurt again.
That's a great question. What in the world? Croatia bound. Oh wait, no, he wrestled. He wrestled at like the ranking series and stuff.
Who? Miles?
Alec Pantaleo.
Oh.
Why isn't
That's
he
weird.
wrestling?
Weird. Maybe he got hurt. He beat Duke pretty soundly, I'll say.
Yeah, it was chippy though, wasn't it?
It was very chippy, but he soundly beat PJ Duke.
Right. I think PJ Duke's going to struggle with like.
I think Duke's already beaten Andonian.
He smashed Andonian at the Bill Farrell, but I think he'll struggle with Antrell Taylor. I think he'll struggle with.
Why will he struggle with Antrell Taylor?
I
think he's a good.
I
think he's a good matchup for Antrell.
I think Taylor's gotten a lot better, and he's good at freestyle.
Yeah, he's had some freestyle savviness in the past, and I think PJ Duke's one of his bigger advantages is strength, and that's why I think Alec Pantaleo did a great job of handling him, is because Alec Pantaleo is also a horse himself. But I think that's why he was able to smash through everything that Bryce Andonian threw at him, because there was no funk, there was no leverage, there was just raw strength. Now, is that going to work against some of these older, more seasoned guys? Yes, but not all of them necessarily. I think it's going to fall short against James Green, probably even Will Luan if they won't wrestle each other most likely. But that's another guy where I don't see it really working well for him. And then I think even though Ridge Lovett is kind of in the same bucket as Bryce Andonian,
yeah, of course, yeah, I think Ridge Lovett is better than Antrell.
I think Ridge and Antrell
freestyle
on the bottom side for PJ are his biggest obstacles in terms of making the finals.
Antrell Taylor's pretty good at freestyle.
Yeah, but Ridge is, he's got them.
When was the last time Ridge wrestled freestyle? It's been out of curiosity.
It's been a couple of years.
I think he wrestled at
but he smashed his way to what? Was that did he make? I mean, he made the junior team, and did he make a U23 team ever?
I'm trying to think.
I don't know.
I'm trying to. Here, let me see if they have it on his Nebraska profile.
He hasn't lost it. It's not like he's going to be rusty at freestyle. Dude's got tons and tons of accolades in freestyle.
Yeah. I don't see anything about freestyle. I know they have nothing about freestyle on his profile, which sucks. Yeah, dude. I mean,
what's the seeds?
The seed is James Green is the 1, PJ Duke is the 2. PJ will have probably Ontrell Taylor in the quarters as the 7th seed, and then the winner between Ian Parker and Ridge Lovett. I mean,
he's got a tough road.
Yeah, I could see Ian beating Ridge based on his results at the U.S. Open.
I don't think so.
I don't know. Well, it
we're
really depends. I don't know what.
Ridge.
Yeah, I don't know what we're going to see with Ridge, but once we see that, then I can make a choice, I guess. I'm going to go. All this being said, I'm going to go with James Green. I think he's
James Green over Ridge Lovett in the finals.
Yeah.
There.
Give me James Green over. Yeah. No, I'm going to go with Ontrell Taylor.
Are these guys competing with each other in the room, do you think?
Ontrell Taylor, Ridge Lovett, and James Green?
Yeah.
Probably at least a little bit.
It's in Nebraska U right here.
Dude, they got a squad together. Maybe that's why Brian Snyder won't answer my phone calls.
That's probably it.
I started sending him handwritten letters.
That's a good idea.
No, I haven't. I actually have not reached out to him just because it's a busy time. Okay. You guys want to move on to 65?
No, I don't.
No, you want to stick around at 70 for a little bit longer.
I want to go back to 74.
You want to talk about Brayton Lee? Because I think Brayton Lee's got a real shot here.
Yeah,
it's got to be Caleb Henson, but once he gets through that,
we didn't even talk about Caleb Henson.
Then he's the 8th seed. He's got James Green in the quarters. So as long as he gets past Brayton Lee, which is not the easiest thing to do. So yeah, Ryan, did you lose your victory royale?
What are you talking about? I've gotten 7 of them since we've been on here.
Okay.
Just kidding.
7 dubs.
0 dubs. I just got 69th place, actually.
Oh,
well, that's a victory.
It's the first. It is in its own way. It's the first time I got outside the top 15 though tonight. So kind of salty about that.
Okay. All right.
Give me PJ Duke.
Move it on. Over.
Oh, do I have to pick it over somebody?
Yeah.
James Green.
Okay. 65 kilograms. Starting from the top, Jesse Mendez, Brock Hardy, Bo Bassett, Aiden Valencia, Real Woods, Bo Bartlett, Seth Gross, Marcus Blaze, Carter Young.
Jeez.
Oh, boy. Bassett gets such a high seed. Or is it off of
It's got to be the pin. Yeah, it's got to be what that's what all the USA Wrestling events do now. So, yeah, man. I don't know. I don't know what to think here. Here's your quarterfinal matchups. Jesse Mendez and Marcus Blaze.
Oh.
Brock Hardy and Seth Gross. Bo Bassett and Bo Bartlett. And then Aiden Valencia and Real Woods.
Dude, these are so
Great.
good, and I'm gonna be at work. So sad.
I'm sorry.
So don't spoil them, please.
I won't say a word. I won't say a dang word. But give me Mendez over Blaze. Give me, oh my gosh. Give me Gross over Hardy. Bartlett over Bassett. And Valencia over Woods.
Keep going.
Valencia 3-0 over Real Woods.
Yeah. So that puts in the semis Mendez versus Valencia. Oh, man, that's a good match.
Pick Mendez. Bartlett. If you're going to pick him over Blaze,
Bartlett, Hardy.
Him. Bartlett, Gross.
Bartlett, Gross.
Oh, you got Gross beating Hardy? Yeah, I got Hardy over Gross. I got Bassett over Bartlett.
Whoa.
I got...
How does Bo Bassett beat Bo Bartlett?
It doesn't happen.
But it's going to happen.
It doesn't happen.
And then I've got Bassett over Hardy, but then I got Mendez over Bassett. That's what I got.
Bassett over Hardy and then Mendez.
Unless he's gotten a lot stronger... He's going to struggle.
Yeah,
Bo Bassett
he's going to, dude. This is not going to be. This is going to be a tough time for Bo Bassett
because he got little Boyd against Matthew Kolodzic.
You guys remember what
that was a year ago?
Anthony Ashton though did, right?
Exactly.
And
So he did that to what he did. He did what he did to Anthony Ashnell, and then Kolodzik did what he did to Bo Bassett. Which
Who
one?
in here is as
Smash.
strong as Matthew Kolodzik? Who in this bracket? Who in this weight
Probably
class is as
Bo
strong?
and Jesse.
Bo Bartlett
I would
is as strong
say
as Matthew Kolodzik.
He looks really strong.
he does look
I
really
don't think he
strong.
looks quite as strong as Kolodzik. Kolodzik is a brick, dude.
Yeah.
And Bartlett kind of has a little bit of like not soft is the wrong word, but for lack of a better one, I'm going to say he looks a little
He's got a lighter touch to his style.
a squishier look to him than
I
Kolodzik.
do not see any squish.
It's all that chest hair that Kolodzik has. Makes him scary.
He's got bigger shoulders, bigger chest, for sure.
He can do more flips.
But Bartlett, no. I'm talking about
the other way.
Kolodzik bigger shoulders.
The other way.
Bartlett is compact.
Yeah, I don't see a lot of what Bo Bassett does working on Bo Bartlett.
Yeah.
I just don't see it.
He's not gonna gas him, probably.
what happened to Nick Lee?
He backed out of the tournament.
He backed
Wow.
out.
Is he retired?
I don't know, dude. A lot of people were like, "Are you seriously gonna wrestle against your own athletes?" And I'm like, "Shut up, and let him wrestle. I don't care." You know,
I don't care either.
like if he wants to wrestle, just let him wrestle. I don't know. It was weird to me for people to be like, "Wow, I can't believe a coach is going to go out there and wrestle against his own guys." Who cares? It's the senior
Twitter's
level.
stupid, dude.
Dude, there's been a lot lately that is just
Twitter's dumb.
dude, it's the foreign Twitter accounts that are like
Twitter.
Like King Jamalov and that type of stuff. It's just like
Cowboy Yazdani.
Cowboy Yazdani, he was neither. I mean, it's just I don't know. That was a whole thing.
The other guy we were talking to, he's like, hey, check out this cage fight I did with Anthony Cassar's brother. I was like, what?
Yeah, I don't know. He's been on one lately. But back to the weight.
Thanks to you, he's all over my feed now.
Yeah, he's all over my
Yeah, same.
You're welcome.
I will take, for my picks in the quarters, I'm taking Marcus Blaze over Jesse Mendez.
I don't think I can.
I'm taking Real Woods over Aiden Valencia. I'm taking Bartlett over Bassett and Gross over Hardy.
What is more likely to happen, Sammy, in your opinion?
Between which one?
Blaze over Mendez or Bassett over Bartlett?
Blaze
That's
over
what
Mendez.
I'm thinking about right now. I think
Reese?
I think Blaze over
because
Mendez.
Blaze is beaten really, really high level guys. He might be too small. He may be too small.
Now
they've also they've wrestled before. Mendez and Blaze.
Here's the other thing. Who makes more mistakes between Mendez and Bartlett?
Mendez?
Bartlett, I guess. I don't know. Mendez made a bunch of mistakes over the season against.
No, I know. I'm just saying, I don't know. I guess who is more susceptible to giving up points in bunches and having a harder time coming back?
He's just not going to.
I don't see Bo Bartlett giving up
score in bunches against Bo Bartlett, dude. I don't know how that's going to happen. And Blaze can sting Mendez, or sting him early, and Mendez won't be able to come back. How? I don't know.
I just can't see how Blaze is going to score on Mendez. I just can't see it.
I don't know how he scores on anybody.
It's those reattacks. He's very, but I don't think, dude. I don't think he's there yet. I think Jesse Mendez is.
He might be too small. That's the one thing. He looked really small at NCAAs when we saw him.
Oh, Blaze! I really don't remember seeing him.
He was not tall. That's for sure.
Where were we?
We were walking down to our seats, and there he was.
Sammy, do you remember seeing Nico Megaludis?
No, he wasn't there. I think he was busy getting ready for the U.S. Open.
How'd you? Oh, never mind. Yeah, those are my picks.
Yeah, dude.
Gross Hardy. Honestly, that's toss up.
Give me freaking Aiden Valencia over freaking Seth Gross in the finals.
Dude. And you know who's never lost to Aiden Valencia?
Bo Bassett. They're just never going to. They're not going to wrestle each other though. They're on opposite sides of the bracket. Bo Bassett's going to lose to Bo Bartlett, and the Bo Bartlett's going to lose to Seth Gross. I don't know.
I don't know how Valencia is navigating that whole field.
Dude, I don't know, but did you see his match against Joey McKenna?
McKenna just lost to freaking Destra Bats.
Destra Bats, I think we finally need to admit, Destra Bats, not bad.
He's good, obviously, but McKenna should not be losing to him.
Well, he got choked out in the middle of the match. I don't know if you saw that.
He did get choked out, but he shouldn't be he shouldn't be putting himself in those positions to get choked out.
The guy's good. The guy almost beat Yanni once. So.
Yeah, Yanni does that though.
That
Yanni
was a little bit.
The guy almost beat Yanni. And Yanni was a world silver.
Joey also beat Yanni multiple times.
I'm just the Destra Bats Yanni match was a little bit of home cooking, just a little bit.
I'm just saying,
there's still some credibility to the Destra Bats performance in that.
The guy
match.
is legit.
He's good.
We're taking it away, and
but
Reese
what has he
is over
done?
here taking it away from the guy.
Dude, you know what else he did?
Yeah, because
you're saying he's not that good. You're saying Joey McKenna.
Hang on.
He hasn't medaled on the world stage.
He medaled at the World Cup.
Yeah. That doesn't count.
He took bronze. But no, listen to this. Who did he wrestle at the Olympics?
Destra Bats? Didn't he go 0-1?
No. He wrestled round 1. He wrestled Kotaro Kiyuka, 9-8.
Yeah, Seabass also almost beat Kiyuka.
Right. Seabass is a world and Olympic medalist.
Olympic bronze medalist.
Yeah. Kiyuka also got teched earlier that year.
Okay, dude, I'm just trying to give some credibility to the Destra Bats capability.
He's good, but I'm just saying he's not on that upper rung of guys, and neither is Joey McKenna.
Yeah, I don't think Joey McKenna's done anything to really prove that he is.
Right. So saying Valencia almost beating McKenna is like.
Well, it's impressive in comparison to the rest of this field because have any of them beaten Joey?
Probably. Bo Bartlett beat him. Jesse Mendez beat him.
Dude, honestly, Bo Bartlett's because I put out a set of sneaky picks. Bo Bartlett's one of the sneakier ones.
All these dudes are sneaky. All of them.
Yeah, but I think a lot of people are talking about Marcus Blaze, Jesse Mendez, Seth Gross, even like Bo Bassett and Brock Hardy. I don't really think a lot of people are counting Bo Bartlett in. I think they're just saying this is a really tough obstacle, but somebody's going to get past him. But I mean, if Bo Bartlett wins this, am I blown away by that? No.
Are you blown away by anyone winning it?
Bo Bassett would be crazy.
Bo Bassett,
Marcus Blaze.
Bo Bassett would be crazy, but not Aiden Valencia.
I was about to just say Valencia. Honestly, Bassett, Valencia, maybe even Brock Hardy and Marcus Blaze.
Probably Brock Hardy. Probably Seth Gross too, because 65, I don't know.
I could see him doing it. I don't know.
I could see him doing it too.
God, maybe this is such crazy.
All of these guys could do it.
Yeah.
I don't think Real Woods could do it.
Who?
Maybe Real Woods could do it.
Real Woods could do it? What? Why can't Real Woods do it?
100% could do it. They could all do it.
Could Carter Young do it?
Carter Young probably couldn't do it.
All right. Well, we found the line. It's the top 8. And I'm gonna go with whatever I said. Aiden Valencia over Seth Gross. Sure, run it.
Give me Blaze over Woods to make the finals, and on the opposite side, I guess Gross over Bartlett, and then Gross over Blaze. Seth Gross, champ.
Yeah, when you look at the individual matchups, it's like this can go either way, and so when it plays out, it's like you just have no. Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Bo Bassett.
Got Bo Bassett.
Let me think about this a little harder.
You picking with Bowen?
I think I want to pick Brock Hardy.
Ride with the party, Ryan. Party Hardy.
Party on.
Party Hardy.
I want to pick Hardy to come out on that side, but I think I'm going to take
Never stop
Mendez to win
partying.
it. I'm
Yeah,
sticking with Mendez.
Mendes
this
feels like
is
a
where
pretty
he gets it.
safe pick.
This is where he gets it done. This is where Brock Hardy's like, finally, I'm putting the foot down on you, Jesse.
Putting my foot down on you.
I'm putting my foot down on you.
Didn't he beat Jesse though? At Big Tens?
No. Oh yeah.
Yes,
He
he did.
beat him.
I was like, oh no, Vance Von Bar beat him, but that's a different weight. No,
Vance
that's the
Von
same
Bar
weight.
Put his foot down.
Vance Von Bar beat Bartlett. Brock Hardy, Vance Von Bar, Bo Bartlett, Jesse Mendez.
But Brock Hardy is saying, I'm putting my foot back down on you, Jesse Mendez.
Yeah, the foot's coming back down.
Foot's coming back down. Get ready.
All right, I'm picking Hardy to win it all.
Okay. We've got our picks.
Terrible picks.
Maybe I should tweet them out. They're all. I mean, you can't really. Your best pick is probably Jesse Mendez. He's probably the most consistently,
Fuck it. All right, I'm
scoring
back on Mendez.
guy.
I'm going back. Not picking Hardy. God damn it.
I picked pretty plain and boring for most of the other weights, so I wanted to mix it up, get a little weird for this one. And yeah, that's the World Team Trials that happens this weekend. It's starting on Friday. This will be up Thursday morning, maybe afternoon. We'll see how quickly I get it out.
Seeing how good some of these weights are, does it not? Well, I guess it would be a detriment to 65, but also, do you kind of wish that the other two weights were there?
Absolutely.
57 would be a snoozer.
57 would probably be a snoozer, but 61. But then we did get a lot of 61 guys going up to 65. A lot.
Yeah, and we had a lot of 61 action at the U.S. Open. I really think that the idea of having the World Team Trials for all the weights is a fine idea. I don't think it improves the World Team Trials process. I think it's just along the same.
You're talking about the U.S.
line.
Open or the trials?
I think the idea of having the winner of the U.S. Open, if there's somebody sitting in Final X, having the winner of the U.S. Open sitting in the finals of the World Team Trials. I think it's just basically the same thing, just a little different, and not necessarily better or worse. So
different.
I think
not better, but different.
I think having monetary compensation for winning something like the U.S. Open is a good idea. I think that's great. I just don't know what that looks like.
Money solves most problems.
Money solves a lot of problems. I don't know if money will solve Kyle Snyder's problem, but
he didn't want to talk about it, and then he just takes a totally unnecessary jab.
No, I was going to say, God will.
There's no
jabbing at.
You didn't hear him?
I took a jab at Snyder. It's my bad. I didn't really mean it that way.
I was listening, but I guess I didn't hear. I must have missed what you just said about him.
I said maybe money probably won't solve Kyle Snyder's problem, but
yeah,
because we were saying money solves a lot of problems.
Right. I heard all that. I guess I just did not hear you say the part about Kyle Snyder.
Yeah, you were too busy getting a victory royale.
No, I'm actually working. Thank you. But
working at 9:42 p.m. at night, huh?
Yeah, sometimes recruits text you at 9:40.
Never off the clock, huh?
And you just text them back because that's what you do.
Yeah, recruits are more important than your brothers, right?
Snap.
Why doesn't even make sense? Why does that even have to be a thing?
Would money
crazy.
solve this problem, Ryan?
What problem is there? I don't have a problem.
You're not. I want you.
You just hit the hour mark, gentlemen.
I want you at full attention. Look at that. He just looks away. Yeah. We're going to wrap it up. We're going to get out of here.
Let's talk about
Ryan and I, we need to meet. Me and HR, we're going to sit down. We're going to go on a performance improvement plan. All right.
I'm going to say my piece about Kyle Snyder now.
I'm putting you on the pip. Go ahead, Reese.
I'm saying it right now. Not that big of a deal. Only people who, you really feel for and, feel like he wronged in the situation are his family. So,
yep.
And people on Twitter who expect him or are disappointed in his statement, and expect him to, apologize to the kids or to the fans or to whoever are dum dums. And I don't know why they got to be like that. Why they got to, why you got to analyze situations, so critically.
What do you mean
Just,
analyzing critically? How what does that mean? It's not
he
you don't have to
analyzes.
analyze it critically at all. It's pretty right there on the surface. It's like, this is
I
kind of
mean, what I mean is,
the brand you've built. You've built yourself up on, and then now you look like a liar.
why does he need to come out and apologize publicly, though?
I
I
never
mean,
said he had to
I
come out and apologize publicly, Reese. All I'm saying though
That's what I
is,
was. But so I was just saying why did you like you jumped in and like saying like what I said was wrong?
well, I mean, what you said is it's not that big of a deal, but it is.
Why?
I think it's I
It
think
should
it's
be.
I think
It's
it's a
something
big
that should
I think it's a
honestly
big deal
be
for a
legalized and
small
regulated.
contained.
Is it?
All right, I think that's a different subject.
It's legal in like pretty much
Most
everywhere
countries,
else in the world,
yeah.
and even in
Uh,
parts in the United
That
States.
doesn't make it right though, especially when
Obviously, it doesn't
half
make it right, but
half
is it
or
really
more
anybody's
of
business other
prostitutes
than
are
his
actually
family?
trafficked women, so
Exactly.
that's I think that's the biggest concern for sure. And I think that's where
It's
like wires got crossed on this thing is because like the sting operation was in retaliation to an increase in trafficking, and so that's how Snyder got caught up in it. But I mean, I agree with what Reese said in terms of like this really. I initially thought that this was a bigger deal than it actually is. Like it really should just be like him,
Do
his
you feel
family,
like
and
he
whatever
owes
legal
you?
matters.
Do you feel like he owes you an apology, Ryan? Do you feel like he
and
owes
owes me personally?
as a fan? Like, do you think
I
he owes
think
his fans an apology?
I think he can. I think he can say like I've set a bad example for the kids that look up to me, and he can be apologetic towards that. Sure, but I mean like
I think yeah.
grow.
Yes, Sammy, correct. I think there
Dude,
does need to be probably at least a level of,
Sure,
yeah.
yeah. I think that's a good step in the right direction. But like in terms of like the grown ass men with the burner
people
Twitter
people
accounts that
make
are saying
mistakes
like
is the point. I don't know. I mean,
yeah,
it's
but and
not
then like everybody's
anybody's
like telling
business,
him
But how many times
really.
would he
everybody's
have
telling
made
him
this
to
mistake until he got caught?
yeah
I
yeah
exactly. It's his business. That's between him and his family. It's not like it just the
right.
fact that it's been made a public thing. It's not necessarily.
You're a public figure.
I know you're a public figure. Exactly. You represent
Sure.
more. Kyle Snyder. What Kyle Snyder, the name represents, is more than just himself.
The person.
Sure,
Yeah.
but dude. I mean, obviously, he's obviously he's ashamed. It's
Yeah,
not like
I'm not
you
Yeah.
calling.
shouldn't you shouldn't
I'm not.
overanalyze a statement. People are never going to be, whether he apologized or not. People
Oh
are
yeah.
always going
No.
to criticize, and
Yeah.
look for something wrong in what his statement
I get it.
was. Or
Yes, and I don't think more or less of the guy. All right, but I mean,
me neither.
I do. It's disappointing. And the biggest disappointment for me is like it's the hypocrisy, man. It's the brand you've built. You've put yourself up on this pedestal as this guy, a spiritual guy or whatever, and then but like in the shadows, that's not who you truly are.
I
Mm.
think I
That's
think
concerning.
the saints are saints because they know they're sinners. And I everyone sins. Everybody makes
Right.
mistakes.
That's
It's
okay,
not
right?
it's not hypocrisy. It's
You
called
built
being
your
human.
brand, Reese. The point is that
He's
you
not. It's
built.
not like he's like it's not like he's like openly attacked other people for the stuff. He just preaches. He
I
didn't practice what he preaches, and that's sure. That's
But
like
I think that's the case for a lot of Christians. I really do.
yeah. I mean,
And
that's the whole point of being a Christian. You're not perfect. You make mistakes, and I mean it's just a part of
and
being a
it's
human.
Yeah, but
correct. And
It's not
so don't build
hypocrisy.
your brand on it. That's my point.
Why?
I mean, if he wants to use his platform to like spread the word of God, I think he has every right to be able to do that, whether or not he has sinful acts that are happen behind
That
closed
just
doors.
feels like then that just feels like you're doing it all in vain.
No, you're saying
I don't know.
he's trying to say, like, speak it before he does it. That's like the whole process of, you know, being a better person. You have
Yeah,
to,
I could see
know
that. Yeah,
what it takes to be a better person before you can become a better person. So
yeah.
he's just trying to tell people, like, all he's doing is just telling people, you know, this is how I think, this is what I think it takes to become a great person or a good person or whatever.
So you build
Like, this
yourself up
is,
on this pedestal and then you sin on purpose?
I don't know if I would even want to call it a pedestal.
yeah, why?
What do
He's
you
just,
mean?
he's not, why do you say he's on, who, like, are all Christians on a pedestal?
No,
Because
but
they're Christians?
I mean, like literally every interview, dude, every interview, he is, all glory to God or
Glory to God,
this,
yeah.
this, that, the other.
So,
But you don't hear that from a lot of other guys.
I mean, I think a lot of guys, especially ones that train at Penn State, you hear that from a lot of them. Like Jason Nolf did a lot of that. Aaron Brooks, others that I have not popped into my mind. I think that there are valid points on both sides of the argument in terms of like, I can't believe you've done this after everything you've said. Like practice what you preach. But I mean, a lot of people are like, drop the act. I don't think it's an act. I think he believes everything that he says. I think if he wants to be a Christian, there's not a better time for him to like lean into that than right now.
I mean, because what would
That's how you.
if he's, as long, I
what would
mean,
be
if
the
he's
conversation
ashamed,
if this was Kyle Dake?
Kyle, it'd
Dude,
be funnier.
you know. So this
What
is
would
funny.
be the conversation if this was Kyle Dake?
It would definitely not be like rooted as deeply in the religious aspect. It would be more. It would
between
be
the
wholly
two,
centered. Go ahead.
who comes across as more putting themselves on a pedestal between Kyle Dake and Kyle Snyder?
It's the religious pedestal though that I'm talking about. I'm talking about one
Sure.
factor here.
I think I don't know if I agree with religious pedestal. I just
Yeah,
don't. I just don't know if
it's,
I do.
you're
I
just,
honestly
What do you wanna
like
call it
he
then?
gets up on the podium, but then he'll say glory to God, and so it's like God's on the podium. I'm not. Like this is what I did
yeah,
for
and
him. I don't know. I mean, I think it's an interpretive
The
thing,
brand.
most likely.
I mean, he's built. All right. His brand.
Right, and
his
there's gonna
brand
be
is not built
consequences
on,
to that brand.
his brand is built on his achievements as a wrestler, and he just uses
Dude,
his
you should.
achievements as a
Okay,
wrestler
go
to.
to
It's a
Rudis. Go to
combination.
his Rudis page then,
Combination.
Reese.
I know. I'm
That's
just saying. I'm saying he didn't become who he is, by preaching
so.
the word of God. He became Kyle Snyder, the Captain America, by winning gold medals and being a great wrestler.
Yeah, but Ryan, I mean, like his
While he
brand
was
is going to
doing that,
take a knock.
while he was doing that, he was building this image, his brand, as this is who I am. This is what I believe. This is why I do these things.
Sure.
Yeah, and like
It's the hypocrisy, though, man. Like it just feels like you're doing
I don't.
you're doing some of the stuff that you do and say is in vain.
I don't know if I don't know
Well,
if
I
I
mean,
agree, but I mean,
if that makes him a hypocrite, then everyone in the entire world is a hypocrite, unless you don't make mistakes and do things.
Why?
Unless you
No,
don't
why?
sin.
Why would I be a hypocrite?
Do you feel like do you feel like everything you feel like you do everything right, and like you do everything like the
I'm not
way
talking
that
about doing everything right and doing everything wrong, Reese. That's not what I'm talking
you're
about here, though,
do you feel
dude.
like you practice what you preach?
For the most part, yeah.
that's what okay
I
for the
mean,
most
I'm
part.
so
faithful.
That's
I'm
not,
faithful to my. I'm faithful to my wife. I take care of my
yes,
yeah,
kids. I'm
the big ones, yeah,
and I don't do it I do it all without like quoting the Bible or saying all glory to God. And wow,
That's
I go to
fine. That's your
church and
prerogative.
I ask for forgiveness for my sins, but like at the same time, I'm not, putting out this image like, I'm not doing these horrible things. And let's not
I
act
just
like
don't.
it's not a horrible thing. It is. It's horrible. What he did, it was horrible. What he did was a horrible
Why
thing.
is it horrible?
Dude, he's got
I
a
think
wife
it's
and kids. That's
Okay,
adorable.
yes,
I think it's
that
bad
is
for his. I think it's
that
horrible
is
for his
wrong.
family.
Yeah, for his family, right? But the
Yes.
brand stuff, like his image.
So
his
you're
image
saying
his image is going to take
look at his Instagram. You don't think he's built this image as a family man too, as
No,
a good
I agree
husband and
with
a
that.
good
I
father?
agree. He betrayed his family,
and
not
and it's going to
his.
take
Yeah,
take some damage on his brand and his image. Whoa, hang on.
His family's business is not our business. Is my point.
It is whenever you're talking about it all the time or posting it on a public forum like Instagram.
Was he really posting about his family that much?
I mean,
I kind of went
he
back through
does. He'll
and
post his wife and his
It's
kids
still
and
not.
stuff like that.
I still just don't think it's our business, dude. I'm not gonna say it's my business.
and like
What he does in his free time,
don't think that his image isn't going to
two
take
consenting adults.
his image is going to take like a serious. It won't be the same. Nobody will regard
He'll never
Kyle
be the
Snyder
same.
publicly as the same person.
I'm just saying, like he does. I mean, he does deserve some of what's coming to him. Reese is saying that he doesn't. I'm saying he does.
No, that's not what I said. I just was talking about people over analyzing and being overly critical of his statement on Twitter. That was my whole first thing.
Yeah, and there are definitely people out there that are going.
People who expect an apology from him. They expect him to apologize to them. Like, no, he doesn't owe you an apology for being his fan
for being
or
deceitful.
And that's what we get. That's what we get out of Twitter all the time. Is we get the full spectrum of people.
Does it not feel deceitful?
I don't know. I mean,
it feels like
you deceived people. He deceived people.
He deceived people. I mean, dude, the whole point of being a Christian is you make mistakes, you ask for forgiveness, and you try to be a better person after that. That's the whole point of being like a good Christian.
So how many times did he make this mistake? Is he now only going to try to correct it because he got caught?
Well, yeah,
maybe. I don't know, dude. It's not. We don't know. We don't know the details. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good question. But like, does it feel deceitful?
I don't feel deceived. I feel let down.
I'm surprised, which is like,
you don't feel
kind of a synonym for deceived.
So your image of Kyle hasn't shifted at all.
No, it has. I just said I feel let down and I feel like disappointed for sure. But I don't feel like he betrayed me or that he owes me anything. Like, he doesn't owe me any kind of like apology or anything like that.
And that's fine for you to feel that he doesn't, but it's also fine for other people to think that they do.
I think there's a limit.
I don't think there's a limit to Twitter and just explaining, like, I'm just talking about this Mike Terreo dude. Did you see his tweet? That's what I was talking about specifically.
Didn't see
where
it.
He tweeted a long tweet about how what is this statement? No apology to fans, to the kids at the camps, and it's like, dude, who made you it's not your decision to make whether or not
maybe he's got a kid who feels greatly affected by this, and so he feels he's got to voice his opinion.
Maybe. I don't know.
As a father, that's totally okay.
Sure.
I don't.
I mean, and that's the thing.
I'm just saying how I feel about the situation. Right. Sure. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to act like it begins and ends with me. But I'm saying how I feel about the situation. He doesn't owe Mike Terrero an apology. That's how I feel.
You're going to get the full
anyone
range.
Specific? No, but I mean, maybe a general people.
I think
it would be.
If that's what he feels like he needs to do, then yeah.
I just don't think it would be better. I just don't think it's right for us to also disparage people who think that they do need an apology or would like an apology. Like, I feel like it is their right to feel that way.
I just don't think you need to disparage Kyle Snyder further. he's already, I'm sure he already feels terrible about this whole situation. Why do you have to take to Twitter and further criticize his immediate statement?
Yeah, I
Like,
mean, he
why do you have
shouldn't
to
have.
bring more
He
negativity
he
to
shouldn't have
the,
made a statement to begin with.
why not?
Interesting.
Uh, because why not? I mean, like you said,
the state.
it's only gonna hurt, right? It only makes it worse. So why
I
say
don't know.
anything
I
at all?
mean,
It made his intentions clear. My focus is on my connection with the Lord and my family, and like that is what the focus should be
yeah,
right now.
it's not. He didn't
That's
say anything negative. That's important to me. The whole don't further bring negativity to this situation. Just be
yeah, like if,
supportive and try to be understanding. Try to be what a good Christian would do is
I was going to say
be
that.
understanding.
Yeah, because like what would you want in like put yourself in Kyle Snyder's shoes? You know, I think the best thing for him would probably be some degree of support. Um, and so I think I mean, it's Twitter. You're going to get the full spectrum. But yeah, I think at some point during this whole debate or discussion, the the great question of what would Jesus do came up in my mind. And it's like, yeah, you got to just forgive and find a way to help. That's, and do you have a right to feel deceived? Yes. Um, do you want to say that um, Kyle Snyder has people that he should apologize to? Sure. I mean, particularly the kids. That's the biggest thing in my mind is he's got a lot of people who look up to him as a role model, and he wants to, I'm guessing, probably continue to be able to do things the right way to encourage them to live the right lives. So it's just trying to take as much positivity as you can from the situation. So yeah. But hey, I think we did this in the right order because if people really wanted our thoughts on this, they got a
Are we
great
gonna leave
20
this
minute vid
in?
at it. I mean,
Why
what do
wouldn't
you
we?
think?
I don't
Why
know.
wouldn't we?
I think it was totally fine.
Oh,
Andy's back.
Who? Me?
You popped out there for like 2
I don't
seconds.
know.
You
I
guys.
mean, yeah. Yeah, we can leave it in.
I leave it in.
That's
I,
fine. Yeah.
I think it's totally
I
fine.
don't know.
I think it was a great discussion on a set of different viewpoints about this situation.
The only reason I would think like that to say not leaving it in is like I feel like who am I, to even
I mean, it's just three brothers giving
yeah.
the people a discussion on
Well, who
a
is
subject that
anyone,
has
Reese?
What?
Who is anyone?
who is anyone to give their opinion on anything. Exactly. Yeah. What was I going to say? It's gone. Whatever it was. Oh, I do think that like
We
I don't
never
want to
got
see
Cooper. Where did
I
he?
don't want
Where
to
did he?
see the police footage. I don't want I got the news and that's all I want. Like, okay, this
Oh, I saw the
happened.
video.
Dude, I mean I saw like the Twitter video of it and I'm like, all right,
Right.
nope.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
I
saw
don't want to see
I saw the one with the TMZ watermark.
Yeah.
It does bring me great
Yeah.
joy to. It did bring me great joy to watch the police have to put his pants back on him. They just got a face full of Kyle Snyder balls. Come on. Yeah, you guys wouldn't even let the man put his pants on himself. So yeah, now you guys have to do it, you sickos.
I guess.
Stare right at his
It's
balls
just-
while you do it too.
It's serious. It was a serious thing. So serious. Very serious.
Well, you never know. He might
Yeah,
have been
and like
hiding a gun in his pants, and he could have reached down. I'm sure this is what the police were thinking, by the way.
just be as safe as possible, right? You just never know.
You never
It's
know.
fine. It's just fine. But I definitely did, like when I first was hearing the rumors about this, I definitely did blow it up in my mind in terms of the gravity of the situation.
Well, when Ryan told me about it, I swear that he said sex trafficking, dude.
That's part of what people were saying. Is
I
that
never
he
said
was?
that.
Yeah, I don't
It
know
might have
why
been
I heard
that might
that.
have been me. That might have been me because
Well, no, Ryan told me on the phone.
I said prostitution sting.
I just for some reason went right to sex trafficking, and I was stunned. I had no words at that point. I said,
right.
"No,
Dude,
impossible."
I was talking to some other guys about like the defense that some of the Penn State wrestlers were coming to, and I'm like, yeah, like if this happened with an Iowa wrestler, some of these guys would be clowning whoever. Or I said
Right.
if this happened to if this happened to Austin DeSanto, these guys would be all over it,
I
and
don't
they're like,
agree with
it'd be
that.
way funnier if it happened to Austin DeSanto.
I don't agree with that.
What?
I don't think the Penn State guys would be coming down on if this was an Iowa
You don't
person.
think Carter would? You don't think Carter like maybe not immediately afterwards, but
I'm
like
talking
a
about guys
year
like Josh
later?
Barr and like all these other guys that have.
Yeah,
kind of come
Josh Barr wouldn't say anything, but Carter
I don't.
Sirachi would probably have
I don't.
something to say.
Yeah, I don't expect Carter Strachey to do the right thing ever.
Dude, it's crazy that he puts out like whatever Bible quote he put out, and then Pat Downey did something, and then
Right, and then
immediately he goes right back to being Carter Strachey.
Yeah.
It's like, holy shit, that's crazy. But yeah, people.
No, I don't think any of the athletes would outside of Carter. I don't think that any of them would say anything
probably
publicly,
not.
at least.
Dylan, I love why is Dylan Placio? He is so confused as to why he like got blocked by Kyle Snyder. That is just, I mean, dude, you're super smart. Like, how can you not understand why he's blocked?
Oh no, that's how smart he is. He has this persona that he puts out on the internet, and it's just. Yeah.
I don't want to.
It's great for social media interaction
because
and all
I
that.
did not feel like I wanted to disparage him. Meanwhile, in other tweets, you have the article screenshotted, and posted
7 times or
and
something like
retweeted,
that.
and then you call him Baby Dick King, and then you put in a Freedom of Information Act to get the body cam footage, and it's like,
which is I don't think he did that.
You don't think he really did it? You think he made that
as soon as he saw the TMZ thing, it's like,
He's like, I put in a FOIA.
Yeah, I FOIA'd that shit. I wanted to see my BDK. I don't know. Whatever. I mean, Dylan Palacio's his own person. One of a kind. And our show is one of a kind. So if you like it, be sure to subscribe and share with all your friends and do all the good things for retention and all that stuff. Closing thoughts.
Good wrestling this weekend.
The Rainy Twins.
Great wrestling this weekend. Rainy Twins tomorrow. They'll probably be committed by the time. What are you guys guessing?
What are the top 5?
Iowa, Nebraska, Ohio
State, Nebraska,
Oklahoma State.
Oklahoma State. Thank you.
I don't know. Iowa.
Give me Ohio State.
Is either I always thought it was going to be Iowa or Illinois, but I am hearing that Oklahoma State and Ohio State are making big pushes for them.
Give me Ohio State.
Oklahoma
just because
State wouldn't make sense to me.
Oklahoma State wouldn't make sense unless they get way bigger. My guess is my real guess is probably Iowa, but I'm just going to say Ohio State just for fun. And yeah, we'll see.
Brands is in.
And we'll
Kentucky.
see you. We'll see you on the next episode.
If that tells you anything.
Goodbye.
So just
bye,
chill.
people. Till the next episode.